Hey, Rachel. It's already live. I know it's hard to see, but zoom in. Look at that map.
I'm gonna.
Starting to find the screen.
Kelly Thornhill, Assistant Principal at East End.
And we just want to say thank you to all of our guests this morning. Today's a special day here at East End Community School. You're probably wondering why you're here. So we're going to make a special announcement. But before we want to do that, Ms. Thornhill and I want to go over some assembly expectations and just really say thank you to all of our community. And as students and staff and faculty, if you look around, we have a huge community, not just here in East End, but in Portland and across the state of Maine. So, I can't take hands right now, but I'll come connect with you in a moment. So, our first thing is, as Ms. Thornhill has talked about repeatedly this year, is about being respectful. So, a respectful audience member is doing exactly as you're doing. You're present, your voice level is 0 or 1. If we were to applaud, let's practice that applause for me actually. Tell me what your applause would look like. Respectful. Thank you. You see it, you're looking at the speakers. Perseverance. Have we talked about perseverance? Raise your hand if you heard that word before. We might have talked about it here. So, sometimes we have to persevere in case there's speeches that go longer than expected. So, just be aware of that. And sometimes a wide applause helps with that too. And then we always focus and we are respectful in how we sit and we present. I think we wanted to talk about a dance piece.
Yeah, so in just a moment we're going to be listening to some music and I want you to have fun. So it's okay to be sitting and dancing, right? And we went and we talked with a few classes about how to do that and we talked in the cafeteria. So it's like you're sitting and dancing, sitting and dancing, while you hear the music. But when the music turns off, then we're gonna have our eyes on the speaker, our voices off, right? Eyes are watching, ears are voices, bodies, you've got it. Great job. So at this time, if you have signs or this would be a great time to hold up your signs. We're going to be welcoming Mr. Char's class to come in.
And so we're going to introduce the newest leader of the Portland Public Schools, the superintendent, who's going to come and say a word. So let's introduce.
Ellen, welcome.
Good morning, everyone. As they mentioned, I am one of the newer members of the Portland Public School community, and today is a celebration and reminder of what I've learned in my 3 months. Our schools are full of amazing people who are dedicated to providing the best experiences for our students. That excellence has been recognized by groups across the state, including in 2021 with Cindy Sewell, and in 2023 with Matt Bernstein being recognized as Maine Teachers of the Year. These are two amazing educators in their own right, and also representative of all of the great staff we have in our schools. Before we continue in our celebration, I want to acknowledge guests that have joined us today. First, Commissioner Macon, Mr. Tom Keller, board member from the Maine State Board of Education, Jason Judd, Executive Director of Educate Maine. Gail Kezer, representing Senator Angus King's office. Stephen Fitzpatrick, representing Congresswoman Shelley Pingree. Joseph Morrow from Governor Mills' office. We have a lot of distinguished guests here. Just a couple more. Dr. Flynn Ross, Associate Professor of Teacher Education. Lane Clark, Associate Professor of Education at the University of Maine. Portland City Councilor Roberto Rodriguez. Some of our very own board members, including Ms. Mickey Bondo and Julianne Ackerman. And I also want to recognize all of the staff, not just from East End, but from our central office, including Deputy Superintendent Aaron Townsend, Executive Director of People and Equity, Barrett Wilkinson, and Executive Director of Community, Family, and Community Partnerships, Grace Valenzuela. At this time, I would now like to welcome up to the stage Assistant Principal Thornhill for our welcome song.
So we are excited and happy to welcome all of our special guests here today, as well as students. So we have a special treat in store for you. This is a song that many of our students know. It's a West African song called Bunga Alafia. Do you know that song? So we're going to invite, it's a welcoming song, and this is how we'd like to welcome all of you. We're going to invite Mr. Chard's class to stand up if they want to. And they're going to lead the dance, and everyone in the audience, we're going to sing along. Okay. respectful. You sang along, your eyes were up here, and we had some really great dancers up front as well. Thank you so much. Back over to Dr. Skellin.
Today, it's an honor to welcome our Commissioner of Education. After teaching for a long time, she now works at the Maine Department of Education, helping students and teachers across Maine in her role as the Commissioner of Education. We're excited to have her here today because of the special announcement she has. Please help us in welcoming Commissioner Pender Macon to the podium.
Good morning, East End Community School. I'm so excited to be here today. And I'm not going to make a long speech. You'll be glad to hear. In fact, I have some exciting news to something to do with Mr. Chard's class. And maybe Mr. Chard. I'm going to be making a very special announcement, and I want to know if you guys are ready for the surprise. I hope it's a surprise still. Are you ready? Yeah! All right, tell everybody. I need Mr. Chard to actually come on over here to the podium with me. Check it out behind us. This is the amazing visual that you're about to see. It's going to give you a big clue. Amazing, respectful participants in this celebration. Thank you all so much, all of you, for helping us to celebrate, because that banner tells us that out of the entire state of Maine, Mr. Chard has been selected as Maine's Teacher of the Year. Where you're sitting, so I'm going to tell you what it says. It says, today, we celebrate your love of teaching, your dedication to your students. We thank you for having high expectations for yourself and for your students. We entrust to you the honor of representing the education profession and all the teachers in the great state of Maine. Given on this day, and it's signed by Governor Janet Knowles, and me, I'm on there, Heather Macon, Commissioner of Education, also the chair of Educate Maine's board, and his name is Cliff Ryan, and also it's signed by the Maine Board of Education Chief, Vern Desjardins. So again, congratulations, Mr. Joshua Chard. About what it is like to be Maine's Teacher of the Year, because he's just done it for an entire year himself. And so it is my honor to introduce Maine's current and outgoing Teacher of the Year. And this is Mr. Matt Bernstein. Here he comes on the slide.
All right, good morning.
Ezra, my name is Matt Bernstein. I teach at Casco Bay High School, and I am the 2023 Maine Teacher of the Year, and I could not be more thrilled to be here recognizing the incredible Mr. Chard as the 2024 Maine Teacher of the Year. Today is a great day for education in our entire state, and I want to say thank you to all of the folks across the state who support educators and who elevate the voices of teachers. We could not do this work alone, and we appreciate your role in uplifting public education in Maine. From the first day that I ever met Mr. Chard back in May, when he was being recognized as Cumberland County Teacher of the Year, he gushed about this school. The pride he has in being part of this community shines through in everything he says and everything he does. And while I never doubted him for a second, when I got to spend the day here a few weeks ago, it became obvious why he is so proud to teach here. From the moment I walked into this building, I felt warmth, joy, and a clear zest for learning. I met inspiring teachers, administrators, and staff members, dedicated community members, and of course, brilliant students. I think when many of us think about this school, we use the shorthand name, East End. But what I found a few weeks ago is that the key word in the name of your school is community. This school encapsulates the true meaning of community and represents the true beauty of educational spaces. Today is certainly a recognition of Mr. Chard, but it is also an opportunity to showcase and celebrate this wonderful school. No person can become a Teacher of the Year without being part of a phenomenal school community. I want to express my gratitude to the entire East End community, not only for being so welcoming, but for showing how special a school can be, and for being a school that all Mainers can be proud of. Please give yourself a round of applause. If there's one thing I've learned in the past year, it's that we are extremely fortunate to have incredible teachers, students, and schools all over the state. I want to let you know some awesome folks who are here today. When I say their name, I'm going to ask you to hold your applause so they can wave, and we'll give them a big clap at the end. We have Lisa Tripp from Bonnie Eagle Middle School. We have Tanya Perot from Spruce Mountain Primary School. We have Rob Messier from Mount Ararat High School. We have Sharon Gallant from Gardner Area High School. We have Don McLaughlin from Milo and Brownville Elementary. We have Edith Berger from the Miller School. We have Colleen Maker from Washington Academy. And we have Lacey Todd from Mountain Valley Middle School. Together with Mr. Chard, these folks make up a cohort of the current County Teachers of the Year in Maine. These folks are powerhouses for education. They are advocates for progress, champions for children, and essential voices that highlight all the good happening in our state's schools. They represent the very best in Maine education. Let's give one more clap, folks. And no recognition of Mr. Chard would be complete without acknowledging the wonderful Deering High School. Indeed, yes. Mr. Chard's love of East End Community School was only matched by his passion for his work as the drama director at Deering. It's a good thing Mr. Chard has such a big heart to hold his immense love for two school communities. When I was here last, I had the chance to chat with some Deering students. And while they were here to talk about how great Mr. Chard is, they simultaneously demonstrated all the positive things that Mr. Chard says about Deering and about Deering students. They spoke with poise, compassion, and courage. And in a room filled with 3rd graders to 12th graders, I witnessed support, kindness, and mutual respect. Mr. Chard, you are clearly right to be proud of both East End and Deering. And Mr. Chard, these communities and all of us are right to be proud of you. A few weeks ago, I was sitting on the floor in Mr. Chard's classroom upstairs with some of his students, the Chardlings. At one point, one student turned to me and explained about Mr. Chard, very matter-of-factly, he has magical powers. Truer words were never spoken. Mr. Chard is a magical teacher in person. And not just because he's the world's leading expert on the roof monster. Here are just a few of Mr. Chard's many, many magical powers. He is a master teacher. Oh, folks, hold on. When I say one of his magical powers, you have to say back, that's magic. Okay, quick practice. So he's a master teacher. Mr. Chard supports all students to become better readers, mathematicians, and thinkers. And perhaps even more importantly, he inspires us all to become more regulated humans, more aware of our emotions, and better communicators. He is passionate. Mr. Chard loves teaching, loves his communities, and loves his students. The passion... I'm just pointing at you guys for the magic part, all right? I love that. I love that. The passion he shows for his daily work is unparalleled, and the impact that this has is immeasurable. His passion is also infectious, inspiring us all to be more curious, caring, and compassionate. Mr. Chard is an advocate. Mr. Chard sees the best in his students, colleagues, and community and speaks up for them. He honors the dignity of all students and is a fierce advocate for students and public education. He tells everyone he meets that working in diverse urban schools is a gift, and his voice is powerful. The work he does elevates public education in Portland and in Maine. Mr. Chard is a role model. One of the most magical things about Mr. Chard is that he shares his magic. His patience, selflessness, and commitment to building community give us the opportunity to try to be more magical ourselves. And getting to know Mr. Chard through this process, listening to his deep love of his students and his school communities, and seeing him teach has undoubtedly made me a better teacher. I am beyond excited that more folks will have the opportunity to hear from him moving forward. And I cannot think of a better person to represent Maine's teachers and schools. Finally, one more. Finally, he fosters connection and belonging. Last time? Whether it's in his classroom here at East End, in the theater at Deering, or in conversation in the community, Mr. Chard creates warm, safe, and joyous environments where people are valued and listened to. He ensures that all students are supported to learn, grow, and thrive. I've learned that once you are a Chardling, you are a Chardling for life. And now, Maine and the rest of the nation will get to feel, even a little bit, what it is like to be a Chardling. And that is a magical thing. Congratulations, and thank you, Mr. Chard. At this time, I'm calling back up Assistant Principal of East End Community School, Ms. Thornhill, to the podium for a special presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we're going to do a quick follow me. Okay, so I'll clap and you clap back. Nice job, thank you. At this time, we are full of pride and joy here at East End Community School. But before we delve into why Mr. Chard is deserving of the title for Maine Teacher of the Year, we would like to invite Evie, Momina, and Valentina from a company of girls. They've written a poem about East End Community School, and they're gonna come on over to the mic to read it.
Ready to start their day. I am many languages, I am many cultures, I am from all over the world. I am cheerful, I am clean, I am helpful, I will help you grow. I am foursquare, I am soccer, I am basketball, I am dancing. I am breeding, I am everything a kid might want. I am a beautiful playground where children make friends. They are kind and grow to be kinder every day. We are students for the world, of the world. We are East End Community School.
Thank you. That was a beautiful poem about our school and really highlights some of the things that make our school so special. And of course, one of the other things that makes our school special is that we now have the Maine Teacher of the Year, Mr. Chard, teaching here. So another round of applause for Mr. Chard. So we want to share some of the quotes that were given from parents and students and teachers. So if you're someone who's reading a quote, if you want to come up and line up behind me, we'll share those with you so you know why Mr. Chard is now the voice of educators in the state of Maine. So I'd like to first introduce two of his colleagues, Lisa Hancock and Dawn Gersh, to read some quotes.
These are quotes that other colleagues have said. Mr. Chard sets an example for his students and colleagues. He has high expectations and does not give up on any learners. He truly listens to each and every kid and is adaptable to their needs. I often go into his room, come back, and change my lesson. We feel like we're all Mr. Chard's students.
One of the single best teachers I've had the opportunity to work with. When I saw him teach, I saw what I had been striving for. He makes us all want to be our better selves. He is a champion for his students and the teaching profession. Next, we'll hear from Yvonne and Acacia, and they're going to read some quotes that students have said about Mr. Chard.
By the end of the day, we will always have a great day.
He loves his job, he loves his space, he loves the students. I love Mr. Chard. He is a magical teacher.
creates community in his classroom by honoring the dignity of every student. He has an open door policy where every person who walks in the room is welcomed and valued.
Because of Mr. Chard, now I am so happy. Mr. Chard changed my daughter's life. Mr. Chard sees potential in everyone and is able to find their potential gifts.
Okay, so now it is our pleasure to welcome to the podium the 2024 Maine Teacher of the Year. Who is it? Miss
You can hear me touch your nose?
Yes.
If you can hear me touch your nose. If you can hear me do this. If you can hear me do this. If you can hear me do this. Here's the truth. School was hard for me. There were days that seemed like everybody understood what was happening except for me. There wasn't a day that went by that I didn't feel confused and that I didn't get in trouble. I was always trying so hard, and yet it always felt like I couldn't do enough. And then I met my 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Bro. I had never met anyone quite like her. She made her own clothes, she wore flashy jewelry, she played the guitar, and she taught us about the real world. I remember learning all about how the engine of a truck works, and that it was okay that I loved to read comic books. I learned that singing loud and proud was cool, and that my world was only as small as my imagination, things that I carry with me to this day. But the most important thing that Mrs. Bro taught me were that I was smart, I was talented, and that I deserved to be loved just for being me. No teacher had ever made me feel that way before. Every day I carry the lessons I learned about myself from Mrs. Bro. I'm the person I am today because of teachers like her. She was the teacher who, when I was just 10 years old, inspired me to grow up to be a teacher just like her. To be someone who showed young people how amazing they already are and how incredible they're going to be. East End Community School is an amazing and powerful community. Just like Mr. Bernstein said, it's right there in our name, East End Community School. My students describe our school as a place where everyone belongs, a place where we all take care of each other. And it is those things, and so much more. It's a place where teachers come to work every day and accomplish extraordinary things, not because it comes with acclaim and recognition, but because it is just what we do. We recognize the incredible honor and awesome responsibility that comes with working at one of the most diverse elementary schools north of Boston. And every day, just by doing the ordinary in our classrooms, we prove how extraordinary we all are. This is something that repeats daily in hundreds of schools across Maine. Dedicated teachers pour their hearts out to their students, and their students carry a little piece of those teachers in their hearts as they venture forth into the world to make a difference. Last February, I found out that Mr. Marley and Ms. Thornhill had nominated me for Teacher of the Year. I have two thoughts. First, it was amazing to feel seen. Sometimes it can feel like we are invisible in our classrooms. I also thought that there was no way I was going to move forward with the process. It looked like a lot of work that was going to be way too hard. But my family was not having any of that. Because of them, I knew I had to show perseverance, even though it was going to be hard. And here we are today. There's a lesson here, East End students. When we persevere, when we push through stuff that is hard and maybe even a little bit scary, we can accomplish great things. This recognition is not all about me. This recognition celebrates the amazing school community that we have built here on Munjoy Hill. It recognizes the commitment that Portland Public Schools has made to equity and creating culturally responsive practices that celebrate the amazing diversity that makes our community so strong. It recognizes that I am but a small part of a community of Maine educators whose passion and dedication are reflected in the incredible work of the students we are privileged to guide and teach. It lauds my amazing family. It is because of them that I get up every morning ready to be the best version of myself and to make them proud. And it recognizes the profound commitment that Maine has made to lead in educational quality and innovation. I'm humbled by the opportunity to represent my peers at the local, state, and national levels, to shout out from the rooftops, avoiding the roof monster, that we are doing good work, that we are proud to be Maine educators, and that we are honored to do our small part to shape Maine's futures. Thank you, Mrs. Bro, and Mrs. Locke, and Mrs. Fallon, and Mrs. Scheibel, and Mrs. Irving, and the dozens of other teachers who shaped me, taught me to think, and to write, and to communicate, and to care, and to fight for what's right, and to love my community. I hope I can do you proud as I carry your legacy forward. East End Community School, you occupy a huge place in my heart. Today, we celebrate everyone and everything that makes our school amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The last several months have been quite a journey, and I look forward to starting the next steps in this adventure. It's amazing to be in a room with so many of the students, colleagues, family, and community members who are here to celebrate this accomplishment. We are so pleased to welcome so many new faces to East End Community School. At this time, I would like to invite Jason Judd, Executive Director of Educate Maine, to the podium to recognize the many of the Maine Teacher of the Year program partners, sponsors, and supporters who have made all of this possible. First and foremost, congratulations to Joshua, and thank you for your insightful remarks. Your passion for education truly shines through, and we look forward to working with you during your year of recognition as Maine's 2024 Teacher of the Year and the years of service moving forward. As Joshua mentioned, I'm Jason Judd. I'm the Executive Director of Educate Maine. Educate Maine is a business-led education advocacy organization dedicated to ensuring that Mainers are equipped to excel in education and careers, thereby fulfilling their highest educational potential. Administering the Maine Teacher of the Year program on behalf of the Maine Department of Education is an honor for us. It aligns perfectly with our ongoing commitment to developing and supporting educators, ultimately raising the profile of the teaching profession within our state, and working to ensure that all students across Maine have access to high-quality teachers. We deeply appreciate the critical role teachers play in the lives of Maine learners and are grateful for the opportunities we have to recognize and honor their incredible work. As many of you know, this process started with over 550 nominees in February, and here we are today. I'm proud to be here today on behalf of the board members and staff, several of whom are here today. We have Steve DeCastro from Gorham Savings Bank. We have David Pease from Bangor Savings Bank. And we have Umberto Speranza from UNO. We appreciate the warm welcome that we've received this morning from the entire school community. As we wrap up this wonderful celebration, we want to recognize the invaluable contributions of our Maine Teacher of the Year program partners, corporate sponsors, and supporters who make this program possible, and share our commitment to honoring excellence in teaching and elevating the teaching profession. From the Maine Department of Education, Commissioner Pender Macon, Director of Communications, Marcus Maraca, Director of Strategic Partnerships, Aisha Hall, Acting Director of Higher Education and Educator Support, Michael Perry, Communications and Outreach Manager, Rachel Paling, Website and Technology Coordinator, Matthew Levitt. From the Maine State Board of Education, Tom Keller, and representing the Maine County Teachers of the Year Association, 2014 Maine Teacher of the Year from Portland Public Schools, Karen McDonald. Joshua now joins a distinguished network of teacher leaders, some of whom are present today. And what I'd like to do is ask all of our current and legacy county and state teachers of the year to stand and be recognized. She's right behind me. And of course, we would like to recognize and thank our corporate sponsors whose generous support makes the Maine Teacher of the Year program possible. Bangor Savings Bank, our lead funder, who's represented by David Pease, the Maine Lottery, the Silvernail family, Geiger, Dead River Company, represented by Lisa Morissette, Unum, represented by Umberto Speranza, Hannaford, represented by John Parvin, and Pratt & Whitney. Now, as I mentioned during the Maine County Teacher of the Year announcement in May, we must continue to celebrate Maine's educators. We must highlight the teaching profession and share all the great things happening in Maine schools. Now, we're grateful for the opportunity to collaborate with the dedicated individuals here today who will celebrate and support Joshua as he accepts this important role of an advocate and ambassador for students, teachers, and the entire profession, representing Maine on the national stage. So once again, thank you for joining us today and celebrating teachers and education in Maine. Joshua, congratulations. This honor is well-deserved, and congratulations to you, your friends, your family, your students, your colleagues, and the entire Portland Public Schools community. Now it's my honor to invite Principal Marley back to offer some closing remarks.
Thank you, Jason. So today we're celebrating Mr. Chard, but I think the point that everyone up here has made today is this is really about Maine educators their families, the community that support all of us, and then ultimately the students. So I just want to take the poem a second that the girls wrote and say, I am Easton Community School. I am a school that sits on a hill looking over the city and the bay. I'm students arriving, skipping off the bus, ready to start their day. That was beautiful. Thank you again for writing that. But that's how I want people to leave here thinking about our school that, and Mr. Chard actually talked about it. Miss Thornhill, she might go up and sing again, so I apologize. Yes, you know, in front of a karaoke machine. But our goal is, and Mr. Chard talked about it, and his teachers did it for him, which is we want every student, adult that comes in this building, every person to be seen, heard, and valued. And you've done that today as a school for Mr. Chard, for our guests, so can you give yourselves a round of applause? We are very proud of you, and we're going to have some students come up and help us say a thank you, and then Ms. Thornhill's going to end the assembly like she likes to end every one of our days. So I'm going to bring students up to say thank you to all of our guests. Thank you.
Muito obrigada, professor.
In French,
Merci beaucoup.
in Lingala,
Merci.
in Arabic,
Shukran.
again in Arabic,
Shukran.
in English,
Oh, thank you.
and in American Sign Language. Okay, so thank you so much. I just have to say, adults, are we so proud of the perseverance of these students? Grown-ups, can we give the students a round of applause? All right, kiddos. All right, East End Community School, you're gonna help me out with this. At East End Community School, we learn, grow, and explore. We are, and let's try to sound like one voice, okay? And we, and remember, you always have a choice, so thank you so much. All right, so students, eyes on the ceiling, eyes on the floor, eyes on your teacher. And we will start to direct students out. So we're gonna have the front row, not Mr. Chard's class, you guys stay.